gentlemen, we've got a fine show for you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the top of the order queue there. You aren't going to believe.
The following program is brought to you in living color.
Turn around to your right. I don't want to go into the sun if I can avoid it.
What is up, guys and girls? How the bloomin' devil are you? Are we live? Are we clear? Can you hear us? I bloomin' well hope so. What a mad week it has been. And yet again, it's Friday. And yes, it's Friday Night Live, and you are here with me for the foreseeable future, or however long you can stand the sight of me, for another Friday Night Live show. Yes, another working week for majority of us, not all of us, is in the bag, and we are here on the horizon of the weekend, and let's just hope it's going to be an adventurous one for us all. All I will say is that yes, I am here trying to do the best that I can with this wonderful thing we call the Friday Night Live show, and as always, there is already usual suspects in the live chat. As always, I start the show by saying I will do my very best to keep an eye on the live chats, and I will try to read any of the comments or little things that I find amusing out. However, if I don't, please don't feel like you don't have to, or don't feel like you do have to. But I do go through at the end of the show and go just through all of the live chats, because I must admit the whole little community vibe and the welcome in and little chats that you get in there are awesome, guys. So appreciate the hell out of it. Already I can see Dan's in the live chats, the legendary Billy's in the live chats. Huge shout out to Devu-san. Dude, I hope you're well. I am apologising now officially on YouTube that I haven't caught up with you in a little while. So I hope life is treating you good, dude. And yeah, we're all missing you at work, so I hope you get back there real soon. And I believe I did see, yes, the Honourable Mr. Rich Slade is in the live comments as well. So, dude, it's always awesome to have you here. I don't know if the man, the myth, the legend himself, the Cockney Buddha, is going to make it into the live chats this evening. I spoke to him earlier, and he is suffering from a monumental migraine. So he did say if he can, he will, but if he doesn't, then hello to you all, and I hope you have an awesome show and enjoy it all, guys, and all the rest. So yeah, but sending some best wishes back to that gentleman as well, because I know he is quite the avid viewer of Friday Night Live, so I am sure he will be missed in the live comments and the live chat. And hey, yeah, so if you want to leave some feedback there for him, but if you are one of the individuals that are unfortunate enough not to be able to connect with the live, and you watch this on a replay after the fact, whatever you want to call it, feel free, leave comments in the little box down below, and again, I will reply to them because I am that kind of guy. However, rolling into the show, if you haven't already, I haven't, look, nothing yet, so let's do it. Let's crown the start of the show with a little beverage. And can you believe it? This is actually the first coffee that I am having since the arrival of the man, the myth, the legend himself, the coffee guy. Yes, I haven't had a coffee since about 10:20 or something stupid this morning. Yeah, I know that ain't right. but I've been getting on. I've been prioritizing and executing. If you haven't seen any of the vlogs recently on Fridays, when I get home, instead of flaking out, passing out, sleeping, I've been getting after it. I've been trying to get home, make the very most out of having those early finishes on a Friday, and just trying to organize things and get stuff ready as best as I can for the weekend. Obviously, the past 2 weekends have been very much fun-filled. This weekend, it is a relaxation weekend, and I cannot stress to you just how much I am already looking forward to it. Just to not have to travel anywhere, not have to rush anywhere, just to be around the house, do a few little chores, but most importantly, do a little bit of research and reconnaissance for a little something that we know as the Grom USA Tour 2024. I will talk to you more about that later on in the show. However, if you did happen to notice, there was a little change, a little alteration, a little something different to the start of the Friday Night Live countdown screen. Yes, the tune itself, yet again, the copyright claim strikes. Yes, YouTube, those lovely people, whatever it may be, whether it's AI, whether it's actually real individuals, human beings that check it, collared me. So last week's show, if you happen to watch it maybe after the live, you might have seen the notification, or you might have seen it in the comment where when you click on it, it actually shows you that a piece of the music in there is copyrighted to somebody else. However, I disagree. I disagree tenfold. I have actually kind of a dispute. I have started a dispute with YouTube. That basically the piece of music that I use while you see all the satellites and like the countdown screen at the beginning of the show, there's a piece of music, and to my knowledge, it is called A New Morning, I believe it is, or New Beginning to be correct. And it's supposedly generated by AI, and I had access to it via the editing software that I use to make the daily vlog and all of the other little weird and wacky creations that I do. And so if you have been an avid follower of the Grom, you will know this is not the first, and I am pretty much sure though, don't hold me to it, it will be the last that happens. Because let's just say this evening when I was getting my stuff ready for the live and I was kind of getting into the vibe, that killed the vibe. Seeing that there was another copyright claim on a Friday Night Live when I have changed so many things about to make sure that everything music-wise that I use in it, apart from that one piece, is mine. It is my creation, it is my music. And if anybody wants to use it, man, they can. Like, hey, the internet is a free place, and if you put it up there and you're not part of a big record label, then like, dude, you ain't nothing. So the sad thing is that the channel that is actually claiming that that piece of music is theirs only started in March. Now, I don't know how hardcore you viewers are. I imagine you're pretty hardcore. That you might even be able to recall, possibly, and I don't know, because your brains are probably better than mine. But I'd like to say that my countdown intro has been running before then, but who knows? I'd have to go and do a little bit of research myself. However, in a little bit of a quick panic, to say the least, I decided to change it up, change the music up on that intro. So yeah, bit different. It don't have the same kind of feel, and that's the second time because the actual original intro music they collared me on, and now the countdown as well. You're just like, oh come on, man! Like if you're gonna do it to me quicker. But never mind, it doesn't matter. And you know, all positive vibes. Just keep on moving, man. Just keep it rocking and rolling. And if we have to change it up, we have to change it up. Que sera, sera. So I hope you guys and girls are settled in. Hoping that you are away from the working week, from that daily grind. I hope you're tuned out of the madness. And I hope you sat down with cold beverage, hot beverage, who knows. Maybe the climate in your lovely vicinity is a little bit, maybe even hotter than we've got it at the minute. And let's just say in the UK, it's pretty warm at the minute. It's kind of a muggy 15 degrees for like, I don't know, 5 to 11 at night. But it's good. I am not complaining. So, look at that. The lovely Pippa has joined us. So, thank you very much for joining in, Pippa. I hope you've had a fantastic week. And also, Tom, which I don't believe I've seen you for a little while, dude. So, again, I hope things are good for you. And I hope you've all had an awesome week. And I do know that Mr. Rich Slade had slipped off to that coast He's getting a little bit more of that surfing vibe in. So, dude, I hope you score some waves. I've spoke to a friend of mine that's based down Cornwall kind of way, and he said that the surf report is looking positive for the weekend. So I'm kind of interested to see what footage he gets to me. And dude, I hope you have an awesome time. Let's see that coffee cup surf technique. Yeah, Dan. Dan's fully on the coffee cup technique, bro. Seriously, I've been walking around my place of work just keeping my coffee cup like. And if you don't know, then I reviewed a channel, or actually it was a channel of the week a few weeks ago called Ombi Surf, and I have absolutely been hammering that this week. But more about that after the standard issue, the weekly fix, the most fabulous, most awesome, most well polished, most epic segment you will find anywhere on YouTube. And they ain't gonna give us no goddamn copyright claims for this, because this is so OG that it's double OG, might even be triple OG. And I know you lovely people love it. So should we do it, shall we? Yeah. There sure as hell won't be no copyright claims on these glasses, and if anybody does, you know that you see them on the Friday Night Live first. And there is only one person that could rock these glasses and pull it off, and with his stupid thing going on his face. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on there, but that's news for another day, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, it's Friday Night Live. We're going to see if we can be super pro. We've left ourselves short, but hey, who cares? This is the weekly wacky news brought to you by the Friday Night Live, baby. So, have you ever had dreams of owning your own island? I know I have. The chances of it, slim to, yeah, I can't swear, but you know the score. Anyway, there is a possibility, guys and girls, and for you, some of you lovely people that live in the southern area of the UK, you might even, well, if you live in the UK, you might live globally. If you've got a little bit of money in the back burner and you're feeling frisky, why not invest in this little island? So check this out. Would you buy a 6-acre island, Drake's Island, near Plymouth, with a private beach and 15 ghosts, apparently? Drake's Island, just 600 yards from Plymouth, is now for sale. It was used as a military defence for hundreds of years, with 18th century cannons included in the price. I think that's a bargain in its own right. Complete with a private beach, fortifications, and a planning permission for a luxury hotel. It's all been put up for sale. It takes less than 10 minutes to reach by boat, and once on land, there is military history everywhere. If you check the photos out on Drake's Island, it's pretty epic. I was going to just show you a whole load, but I'll leave that up to you. If you're interested, go and place a bid. Just let them know that the Grom told you. Basically, from old barracks to artillery batteries, complete with shell shafts and underground gunpowder stores. It has no fixed guide price, but renovation costs are estimated around 25 million. You might have that kicking around. Mr. Phillips bought the island in 2019 for 6 million and has worked on securing consent for a 43-bed hotel. Any new owner may not be alone though, with reported 15 residential ghosts, all former military men. If you believe the mediums who come out here, they're all British squaddies. So yeah, I'm saying that's a win, dude, because if anybody tries to invade, you've got like British ghosts, British squaddies to be fighting on your side. I am saying that is an absolute bargain. As they're saying, there isn't actually a guide price. They're only talking about how much it would cost to renovate it. If the guy bought it for 6 million in 2019, I don't know. I'm saying that place is cheaper than building your own wave pool. What do I know? Anyway, moving on, keeping with the theme of the sea, and also, like, I don't know, this just one of those things. So many cartoon sharks in a minute absolutely like look fully spaced out, like they are on some substances that let's just say aren't very legal. And this is actually the case. So check this out. It's quite a sad story, but nevertheless, it's out there, dude. Sharks off the coast of Brazil have tested positive for cocaine. The drug was found in all 13 wild Brazilian sharp-nosed sharks tested. with a concentration as much as 100 times higher than previously reported for other aquatic creatures. Researchers have long suggested that the sea life could be impacted by drugs dumped into the water by smugglers, with tons of cocaine found around Florida, South and Central America. The sharp-nosed sharks species spend their entire lives in coastal waters and therefore are most likely to be affected by the pollution. It marks the first study to find the presence of cocaine in free-range sharks. That's obviously different to the sharks that you keep in barns. And found that the substance was more prevalent in muscle tissue than it was in their shark's liver. So I don't quite know what that actually means, but all I know is it's pretty gnarly. And all these cartoon sharks like Baby Shark and Flippy Shark or something, no wonder they look all wide-eyed and excitable. So yeah, kind of a sad story that these fish that were caught, these shark were all caught by a fishing vessel, and all of them they tested and they all found traces of cocaine. And that is pretty gnarly if you ask me. So a little bit more of a positive note for you all. Keep your eyes peeled for not one, but possibly 3 meteor showers. Yeah, check this out. As last week's full buck moon wanes, shooting stars from not one, but 3 separate meteor showers could be visible early next week. Since it has a broad peak, easy for you to say, it's difficult to put a date on the peak of the Southern Delta Aquariid meteor shower. Through the American Meteor Society states that it's Monday, July the 29th through to Tuesday. And also July 30th. Watch for an hour around midnight and you could see as many as 20 shooting stars, which tend to be slow moving. The shower is active until August 21st, though peak rates will gradually decline. Peaking the next night, Tuesday, July 30th into Wednesday, 31st, is an Alpha Capricornid meteor shower. It promises about 5 shooting stars each hour at its peak, many of which tend to be bright fireballs, very bright, long-lasting shooting stars. It's also good from both hemispheres. Together, these meteor showers are potentially a significant event that you will surely notice if you're stargazing or doing any astronomy under a clear sky, if you live in the UK. Adding to the possibility of shooting stars is a Perseid meteor shower, which runs from July 14th to September the 1st. It won't peak until Sunday, August 11th though, through till Monday, August the 12th, but some shooting stars you'll be able to see. Basically, it's just going to be nutty. You're going to be able to see this from the Northern Hemisphere as well. So in that little peak season, there's going to be 2 on July 30th, and there's also another one that's running in between. And basically, it's just going to be an absolute shower. So I might even fire up the time lapses for that one. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, because you all know it, whether it's a super galactic moon, aliens, or anything awesome that's going on in the sky, you can almost guarantee in the UK it'll be cloudy. But keep your fingers crossed, keep the positivity high, and let's hope that July 30th, we might even be able to see some pretty awesome shooting stars. So keep your eyes peeled. That was the weekly news. So, who's clubbing in with me then to go and buy Drake's Island? And I kind of feel like we should rack up the ghosts as well, see if they want to chip in. But in the grand scheme of things, if I think Bristol Wavepool costs something like 21 or 22 million, I reckon we could go and buy that island, maybe make our own little wave pool. So yeah, hit me up in the live chats, man. If you want to get on Drake's Island, we'll get a little, like, I don't know, a little pool going, and we'll chip in and buy it. Sounds pretty epic, man. You need to check out the photos because the artillery bunkers and God knows what else on that place is just absolutely phenomenal. I imagine though somebody will probably scoop in, and I wouldn't be too surprised if somebody just turns that into almost a museum or themed tour because it's pretty goddamn epic. Davu-san's into it. Yeah, buddy, I'm on it, man. Let's do it. Let's go and buy an island. It's not exactly off in sunnier climates. It's like, I don't know, what, 10 miles away from Plymouth? Still, it's got to be better than Tame Business Park. That's what I say. So, yes, what an absolute mad week. And a bit like I spoke before the news about OmniSurf and Dan hollering about the coffee cup hand and the surfing techniques. So I have absolutely been smashing OmniSurf lives all week. And let's just say they are not short. Some of them tend to be around the 2-hour mark. But this past week at work has absolutely flown by because I've just been binging lives after lives. And there's some awesome information. Again, if there's any of you guys and girls out there that have any interest in surfing, wanting to up your surf game, and I know a few of you would have seen the vlog from during the week where I kind of questioned what's the situation between beginner surfer to intermediate surfer, and obviously we're not even worried about advanced or like professional because yeah, that's very, very far off. But it's kind of interesting to see what people's views are on what differentiates, what boundaries, what borderlines, what skills, maneuvers, or things do you need to obtain before you move from beginner to intermediate? I'm claiming I'm semi-beginner forever, for life. Actually, I might even not consider myself as a surfer, more of a big floater, because I do enjoy a bit of floating around. But we will try to learn a little something along the way. Apart from that, this week has been predominantly focused on fitness and practice. And obviously my big concern has always been learning bad practice and ingraining bad skills is not a good thing. But if any of you guys and girls are familiar with OmniSurf, there's a few little things that they talk about. One, they don't discuss pop-ups being pop-ups, and if you've seen any of the vlogs, have been working on the pop-up. However, they tend to consider it more of a walk-up, which I'm quite interested in, and I've actually practiced it a few times. And until I get in the water and put the proof with the pudding, which I reckon I will be a good tester for if this works, because let's just say I don't exactly have a lot of time under my belt when it comes to being in the water and surfing, and I've made quite good progress with my pop-up. But however, I just feel like the terminology of a pop-up just sort of drives home this thought that it's got to be explosive and quite powerful and very kind of boom, to the point, pop-up. However, so many people over the time have said, no, it just needs to be a very fluid motion, and obviously getting to your feet and having your feet in a correct position and being comfortable and relaxed is key. And obviously popping up, being explosive and all tense and yeah, don't work. So I'm quite happy with the progress that I've made with my pop-up. However, in the last couple of days, I've been practicing this like walk-up, and it just feels way more kind of smooth and not so jittery. So I'm interested to get in the water and try that out. And that has been my other focal point for the last week. I'm absolutely scheming myself to just figure out how, when, and where can I get in the water again with the surfboard, because the only thing that has been going through my mind since going to the wave the other week is how do I get back to the water? How do I practice? How do I get better? How do I build on the skills? So unfortunately for now, it's just going to be focused on my makeshift mad methods of trying to build strength, endurance, and work on balance and agility, maybe. But yeah, all good blooming fun. And there is the legend himself, Billy, by the wave pool in Palm Springs. They built, then opened, then closed. Yeah, I'm not too sure, dude. I imagine that's probably going to go for a pretty penny. But hey, man, if you want to invest with us, Billy, hey, why not? You know, let's buy Drake's Island first, and then we might work on the wave pool in Palm Springs. Smash the like button. Davu-san, you're a legend for saying that, because that's something that I completely forget about. So yes, the madness truly is real, guys and girls, and we'll get into that later. But for now, I'm going to see if I can get this kind of a little bit fluid. And there's a sweet irony because, like I said, the gentleman himself is not actually here this week. So we're going to try to do this because I thought, you know what, I'm just going to pop this in as like a real last minute thought. And so we're going to do it. God, I need to put my news reading glasses back on. Not that they're actually like any good. They're just clear lenses, guys and girls. Look, see? I thought I'd spoil that illusion for you. There are lenses in it, but yes. Anyway, let's do it. Let's make it a thing, shall we? Channel of the week.
Nice.
So if you can see me down in a little bottom corner somewhere floating around, then that is awesome, but I can't see you, so it doesn't matter if you can't see me, but I just hope you can hear me. This week's channel of the week is none other than the man himself, the Cockney Buddha. Or some may know him as the Cockney Scoocher. Some people know him on a friendly level as Mr. Steve. And many people will probably know him as many other names. However, I just know him as the original Cockney Buddha. And if you are unaware of what this gentleman does, he is just an amazing guy. And if you've ever talked to him in the live chat, then you'll know what he's about. And he's one of these people that has obviously suffered with mental health, and he has gone down his own little avenue, which that avenue has then led to a career, or at least a job, as well as an interest and a passion. And he is a qualified or certified, at least I know that, therapist. And so therefore, if you ever did feel like you needed sessions or help, he is the man. He is the man to go to. But the one thing that I wanted to comment on this week, and this is the fact that I've been a little bit naughty and a little bit busy over the last couple of weekends. So I've been out of touch with his daily videos, as you might see by some of the little coloured bars missing down here. But that is from 4 weeks ago, so I need to catch up on that. This week, I watched a handful of videos before getting into my binging on Ombi Surf. And I tell you one thing, this guy's information is really well worth listening to if you are in a position where you're struggling. There will be tiny little golden nuggets of information, tips and techniques, and also just friendly kind of encouragement in the sense of pushing forward, doing it for yourself, self-improvement, and sometimes just the simplest of things, whether it's getting out of bed, whether it's just getting out of bed and putting on clothes. You know, that is a win when you're at an all-time low. So I would highly recommend that you check out some of these videos. The really striking point for me was, and I had this conversation with Andrea off camera before we started the live, I've been trying to push positivity from a mental health perspective for a long time. And I am fortunate and also kind of stupid in the sense that I'm fortunate that so many people tune into my videos and have subscribed to my channel, and it's a beautiful thing. However, I'm very much stupid in the same sense that I don't really force or push what I do. I just do it, I enjoy doing it, and everything else that builds around it is just an added bonus for me. Watching these videos during the week, one of the saddest things was actually seeing just how many views are under these videos. And it was one of those things where I'm like, it's kind of crazy, because when I look back through some of my title videos, I see the same thing. If they are a negative title, they get views. If they're a positive title for a video, they might not necessarily see half of the views that something that sounds like it's gone Pete Tong completely bad, or I'm having a meltdown gets, which is kind of crazy, but that's a conversation for another day. The one thing that I did want to pick on, and this is something that I've missed out for the last 2 weekends because I've been away, and this gentleman every Sunday has been doing a live. And as you can see, his lives get more views than his actual videos that he puts out. So it just goes to show how much quality is in these lives. And basically, you will see by the titles, if you view his page, I'm going to put the link to his channel in the description below the video. It's all about community. It's all about breathing techniques, taking some time to just detach from the world, catch maybe some meditation tips, some help, and then after a little bit of a breathing or meditation session, people in the live chats will just have a bit of a conversation and ask the gentleman himself any questions. So again, if you are free, I'm hoping one of these will help me. I want to say it's usually 4 o'clock for UK time, so 4 p.m. Sundays, which I think works out at 10 a.m. for Florida. I don't know. You guys and girls will have to do the math on that depending on where you live. So check out his channel. I'm sure there'll be a notification up if he is going to do a live this weekend. As I said at the beginning of the show, he's got a gnarly headache. He suffers from migraines. So I'm hoping that clears for Sunday because I've missed out on 2 weeks and I don't know how stable I'll be if I miss out on 3 weeks on the trot. But this week, yes, the channel of the week is none other than the Cockney Buddha. And I would highly recommend you go and check it out because there's a lot of value, some great tips, and just a genuinely pretty epic guy who, as you can see by that clip playing there, is quite a happy-go-lucky dude. So, hey, we all suffer our demons and we all try our best to keep pushing, and this is one of those. So, this week, dude, you're the channel of the week, and I highly recommend you go check him out. It's pretty epic. Let's get back to this show, though. Let's see if we can figure that out. So a little bit flaky, a little bit ropey, but I hope the point comes across. It was something that I just thought I'd chuck into the show after I'd known that he might not be here. I didn't want to do it while he's here. That's just like blowing smoke up someone's ass. However, if he's wounded, I just wanted to take the time out to say, hey guys and girls, go check his channel out because it is really good. And as I say, I'd been kind of slacking. I've been doing so much cool stuff that trying to catch up with people's videos, I've just been way behind, and it's one of those things, trying to find the time in the day to catch up on so many good YouTubers, as well as be on this current almost, I don't know, addiction to watching Ombi surf videos. Yeah, not healthy, but I'm loving it, and hopefully I'm learning something. So I did see a couple of things pop up, and there was something there by Billy. What's he saying? I pop up faster on a short board, but on a long board it's slower and I drag my rear leg a little bit. I get that, dude. And again, some of the things that I've read, heard and seen is obviously the joys of having a long board. You've got a little bit more to push up on, whereas if you're on a short board, dude, your legs are just dangling in the middle of no man's land. And I've heard a few people say that they almost, for want of a better way, flick their legs up slightly to be able to get their body off the deck to then have some clearance. But yeah, that's a whole gnarly thing. Good evening, Mr. Chris Avery. Sorry I missed the first part. I hope you're all well. Dude, I'm good. I can't speak for everybody else, but dude, I'm good, and it's always a pleasure. So just happy to have you here, man. It's always an honor. Can't believe that it was just like, well, it feels like a couple of minutes ago we were gaming. But dude, where did the week go? Get well soon, Steve. 11 a.m. Oh, well in, Dan. 11 a.m. Eastern. Is that Eastern Central Time? It's not, is it? What is it? What's EST? I've got to know all this stuff, but we'll get into that in a minute. So Billy's off. Dude, yes, Billy, if you got to go get some. And, oh, you got to go get some Dan coffee. I've seen it now. Okay. We all need Dan's coffee. Here's a little shout out, a little Friday night, a little official, unofficial sponsor. And I hope I get this right, Dan. Please help me out and fire it up in the comments. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, legend. Dude, I'm going to need you on speed dial while I'm in the States, bro. Let's hope I get this right. Keep grinding coffee. Have I got it right? Please, Dan, hit me up. It's keep grinding. On Instagram. And possibly other things, but I believe currently Instagram. Go and check out Keep Grinding Coffee, because this week the official, unofficial sponsor, and even he doesn't know it yet. It's just a shame that I don't have any, but just for television or YouTube's sake, we'll say this is Keep Grinding Coffee. Best coffee that you can find, obviously second to the really awesome coffee. Sorry, Dan, I just got to hype him up too. Two best coffees you can find in the world. That's all I'm going to say. Keep grinding coffee and really awesome coffee. So, but yeah, go check out Keep Grinding Coffee on Instagram, because the legendary Dan Cov, if you don't know, is a man that likes to roast a good bean. And from what I've been told, he roasts them damn well. So I'm hoping maybe by the end of the year, I might even get to try some of that myself. So we might even feature a bag of it on a Friday Night Live one night. Who blooming knows? I'm seriously not getting enough coffee in my life these days. Exercise, fitness, and trying to take over the world. There's just not enough time for coffee, which leads me to this point. So, I've been saying that I would give you a Grom USA Tour 2024 update. Now, I apologise, because one, I haven't built a loading screen for it. I wanted to make a special little Grom kind of vibey update thing. So, currently, this is the situation. I have my Esther. I have my travel and surf insurance. I have not sorted out a travel card yet, as in a payment card, and I have not taken out a credit card yet. I'm still toying with the idea. This afternoon, guys and girls, this afternoon, I was about that close to finally buying my return ticket. However, the logistics, man, the travel on this little bad boy, this tour is going to be absolutely gnarly. Now, for some of you wonderful people that live in the States or are well traveled or have any brain cells about them, will have already contemplated that traveling from the East Coast to the West Coast of America is the same distance as traveling from the UK to America. Now, I know a lot about Hawaii. Well, I retract that statement. I have a general interest in Hawaii. I know nothing. For some stupid thing in my head, I think it's relatively close. I found out today that when you start mathematically equating this into fly hours or time spent flying from LAX to Honolulu in its own right, and Billy, if you're still here, back me up on this one, big dog, is like 4 or 5 hours flight time, which is nuts. USA trip is going to be insane. Not sure who's more excited, me or you, dude. So this is going to bring a little thing home for you. So today, I was going to buy the ticket, money in hand. I was going to give it the full Harry Enfield, loads of money, and buy the ticket. Now, this is the logistical dilemma, and it's only would happen in the Grom's world. So this is why I played The Madness is Real, because it really is. Bearing in mind that one of my biggest issues to date has been the fact that I have certain time frames to spend with certain people, and certain people in certain areas only at times, laying it out simply. So I have to kind of take a certain route. There has been many routes discussed over the past year, and there are lots of feasible ones, and there are some really clever and great wacky ideas out there. However, the biggest reason why I've gone the way that I've gone around the map is because some people that I want to hook up with aren't going to be there unless I go at the times that I go. I digress. Today, and one of the other updates, which might excite a few of you, is that I have officially booked my stay in Hawaii. So I am stoked off of that one, and I've not even told the viewers of the vlog that yet. So if you are currently listening to that now, you have heard it before anyone else. I have 4 nights, and that is one of the stops that I'm going to make in Hawaii. I have 4 nights booked in Makaha for me to wake up on my 40th birthday and be literally like, I could throw a golf ball out of the window and I will be in Makaha. So like, that is full-time dreaming, dude. And I am absolutely buzzing off that thought, dude. So Chris, you might have to get a little bit of something, because seriously, that thought alone is nuts. Now, the dilemma being is that Andrea is only going to come and travel out to stay with me in the last leg of the tour, which is the Hawaii stint. Now, I have my checkout for the room in Hawaii the last day to be the 18th. So therefore, I get the 17th of October as my birthday, all to myself with Andrea, just chilling, doing what we do. And then I don't actually have to like pack and fly on my birthday. So I would check out on the 18th. Now, here's where the math fails Mark, the old mate. So I check out of the hotel in Hawaii on the 18th. My holiday at work ends on the 21st, if my brain serves me correct, which is the Monday. So, for you really clever people, the 21st, from the 18th to the 21st, we have to travel from Honolulu to LAX, and this is where the caveat lies. At this moment in time, if I pick up a surfboard, it's going to actually be easier for me to then go back and return home via Florida, due to the fact that I have somebody in Florida that can take care of the board to then ship it home. My only other option was to fly into New York, as there is somebody there that I could leave the board with, like a company, to then freight the board home. Now, for any of you guys stateside, will understand that the flight time from Honolulu to LAX and LAX to Florida accumulates to something stupid like 18 hours or something nuts, which I was like, I just cannot believe this. And then obviously there's like a 9-hour flight from Florida to the UK. Basically, if I left on the 18th and flew home, I wouldn't be home until like Monday. That's pretty much what's working out at the minute. So you can fly out of Pittsburgh airport if you needed, 10 minutes from there, direct to London. Dude, so currently I've also looked into just flying straight out of LAX, because let's just say everybody knows it. When the holiday's over, the holiday's over, and all you want to do is just set sail and get home. Getting out there, it's all chill, it's all fine. The madness is definitely real, Dave. Let's just say, so I did speak to my wonderful boss and say that there might be a small possibility that I don't return to work. And he said, hey man, it is entirely up to you. So I was like, good. So I'm pretty stoked off of that. And yes, Chris, it is absolutely, it is an exclusive. It's an exclusive to the Friday Night Live. Delay getting home as much as I can. See, yeah, you know the score, dude. But I must admit, once the tour's over, man, once the good times are over, you just got to get on the plane and just rock home. Just use a couple of sick days. Oh, yes. Well, I've been told that if I want, I can take a few days unpaid. So I did say to my boss, I'll see you in November, but he didn't see the funny side of it. So I need to do a little bit more planning, but yes, it's so close. And who knows? You might have to just stay tuned to find out. But the tickets are coming soon, and I know there's a few guys and girls that are in the live chat currently that are waiting to hear specific times of when I'm going to drop in the UK, drop in the US from the UK. So don't worry, it's underhand. The other kind of logistical nightmare has been the fact that obviously Andrea's going to meet me in Hawaii, and potentially it would seem better designed, or I'm trying to think of a word here, not enough coffee. Wouldn't it make sense if both of us fly back together, land at the same airport at the same time, and then be able to get into the same car and journey home? So again, I'm kind of waiting until I can figure out which place I'm going to drop the board, if I actually end up buying a board, which I really want to do. But at the minute, it seems to be the bane of my life. So there is either going to be the annoyance of trying to find where I can get this board shipped from, or it might involve Andrea and I coming back on different flights, and then it's just even more of a pickle. So trying to meet with someone halfway across the planet to then fly back together, or trying to buy a surfboard in a different country and then have to have it shipped back separately is, yeah, man. You will only ever probably hear of that happening on the Grom channel. So, yes, and Dave's already said it, dude. The madness really is real. Well, guys and girls, that is pretty much already overrun a lot. It's been a wonderful time this evening. It's been a pleasure having you all join in on the live chats. Now, I have some kind of a little bit abrupt news for you all. Yes, it is the 50th episode of the Friday Night Live, but it will also be the last episode of the Friday Night Live for 3 whole blooming weeks. So I hope you can all stomach and stand and remember that we're here, and we will be back in 3 weeks' time. So the Grom's got a few little things he's got to do. I've also got a wedding to attend, and guess what? This is another exclusive. I might even have to be shooting my very first wedding video. Yes. So there's going to be some madness going on. So I've decided to, due to this copyright claim, I'm going to step back because I want to just basically brighten up, tidy up, and give it a little spring clean. I know it's a little bit late for that, but I want to freshen up the intros and just sort a few things out, and then need to step away to do it. So guys and girls, it's been awesome having your support, and long may it continue. As I say, it will be 3 weeks. I will put a reminder up and updates, and there'll be shares on the social media. But for the next 3 weekends, enjoy the summer. Don't forget that there will be a meteor shower happening on the 30th of this month. So try to get out. Midnight is going to be is key. Dark skies, find somewhere, go and check it out, because I reckon it will be an absolute phenomenal sight. If I can get my stuff together, I'm going to try to get a time lapse of the evening. So stay tuned on the vlogs. Apart from that, if you want to contact me, let's put it up on the screen, just because it's like the professional thing that you're supposed to do, right? Something like that. So, hey, if you want to get at me and you want to build a little bit of a back catalogue, if there's people that you want to shine a light on, if there is just things that you want to get at me for, please hit me up on the email below. If not, you can hit me up on social media. I don't very much use Twitter these days, but I am there and you can find me, or you can find me on Instagram, or you can just tune into the vlogs and drop a comment on the vlogs, and I'll get back to you on that. But until, I don't even know what the date is because my mathematics are shot. God, I think it'll probably be like, what, 3 weeks? So it will be something like the 2nd of August, I think, if my brain works right. No, 2nd, 9th, 16th. We should be back on the 16th of August. So until then, stay awesome. Appreciate the hell out of you guys and girls taking the time out of your Friday nights to stay in touch with the Friday Night Live show. Appreciate you. Have awesome weekends. Stay safe. Stay focused. Stay positive. Most importantly, stay awesome. And for all you keen and budding surfers out there, I hope you get some. So until I see you, it's been a pleasure. We'll catch you real soon.